All right, welcome Jasmine. Thank you for joining us. We just have a few questions today, so we'll go ahead and get started. Our first one is, what is your greatest strength?
I would have to say that my greatest strength is most likely along the lines of compromising. I've done a lot of volunteer work. I have a lot of experience working with kids and other people, especially because I was my junior class president. So I'm familiar with working with businesses, leaders of the community, and compromising with them. And overall, it's just, I think that my greatest strength would be listening to others and meeting their needs as well as mine at a balanced standard.
Great, thank you. That kind of leads us into our second question is, what does hospitality mean to you, and how can you show that to our guests, considering you'll be working at the pool?
Of course. Yeah, so hospitality can be defined in a multitude of ways. However, to me, what feels right as hospitality is selflessness. It's being available for others, meeting their needs before yours, and basically availability, not necessarily having to serve them all the time, but making them feel like they can ask you for anything, or that they feel comfortable as well.
Great. Our third question is, can you tell us a time when you had to deal with a conflict between people, and maybe then how did you manage this dispute?
Yes. So I'm also my varsity swim team's captain, and a lot of the times there's drama at meets and whatnot, and it gets a little complicated, especially because people sometimes lack communication skills, which leads to some conflict. However, as the varsity team captain, I was responsible for resolving them before they got out of hand and in the best way possible. And so one time there was a lot of gossiping going on and girls were becoming hostile towards each other. And so this was a huge communication deal I had to deal with, and basically I gathered them around, I led them in a group discussion, I asked them what they needed from each other, what they didn't feel comfortable with, and overall, to me, it was very productive. At the end of the day, everyone was sorry about what happened, and it was a great feeling leading them to this resolution. Yeah.
Great. And our last question today is, excuse me, why do you think you'd make a good addition to our team?
Well, being part of a swim team, it's a lot about working with others, being compatible with other people, and so working with the team I'm really familiar with, and also working with other people in general, especially because of my vast experience with volunteering. It comes in handy a lot, especially in just everyday scenarios when you're just meeting people on the street, giving them a smile, just being kind to everyone. All these experiences have ultimately led me to how I interact with people today, and I, for one, hope that is a positive experience.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.